are going to be watching the most unsettling banned YouTube channels. Unfortunately, I'm not banned yet, so let's see what's coming up in my future.
What's poppin', guys? Back with another 3 a.m. challenge. As you guys know, my girlfriend Alexia just passed away, and
if I was a ghost, I would be so pissed if I was used for a YouTube intro.
a tragic accident, guys.
No, I don't have anything by that name on the system.
So, in Toronto, nobody by that name specifically has suffered any form of death, right?
Who finds this entertaining? Because this isn't even funny. This isn't entertaining. I'm not laughing. I'm not even smiling, bro. This isn't.
I'm sorry. I felt like I was in the back of the class and they're like, hey, no laughing. I'm like, it makes it funnier.
YouTube, you really need to look into your YouTube channels.
YouTube has all sorts of videos. And of course, with all these people on the platform, there are some who break the rules. And when that happens, they're banned. YouTube bans aren't new, and sometimes you don't even deserve it.
Thank you! Finally, man! I have 3 warnings! They're coming for me! I go to Publix and I get scared that YouTube moderation is there and they're telling me I'm not allowed to buy M&Ms.
In these cases, we're gonna talk about the reasons are crystal clear. These channels don't deserve a platform, and we're gonna show you why. First, I wanna say thank you to you watching. Yes, you
Me?
right there. So we'll start with the lighter stuff, but as we go along, we'll dive into talking about some really messed up people. So get ready for a journey down the rabbit hole of banned YouTube channels. Vorfi, the Fortnite scammer.
Oh,
If you spend
no.
any time on the internet, you might have heard of this little indie game called Fortnite.
Yes.
Just kidding. But if you haven't, let me give you a breakdown. Fortnite is a massively popular online battle royale video game. With over 230 million people playing every month, Fortnite
Dude, things have never changed, right? All the scammers are on Roblox and Fortnite because they basically just target children. But that's what happened to me on Club Penguin. It just moved platforms.
is a huge deal to gamers. And with almost 63% of players being under 24, this game has a massive young player base. Since there are so many young players, many Fortnite YouTubers have catered their content to appeal to them. But while some try to keep things family friendly, others find a way to use their young fans to their advantage. Meet Vorfi, a Fortnite YouTuber that has caught some serious heat for lying to his fans. He was
What did
best
he
known for his
do?
24/7 live stream on his channel, where he would invite viewers to join him in games and events in Fortnite. His popularity skyrocketed, and he gained tens of thousands of subscribers with these streams, easily breaking 1,000 viewers each stream. He quickly built up a loyal community of fans that would spend countless hours liking his videos, engaging in his chat, and even donating money for the chance to play Fortnite with him. While Vorfi did play the game, most of his streams had a catch.
Look at that layout.
Chance to play Fortnite with him. While Vorfi
This just screams scam. Spam F for a gift. What's the gift? You wasted your time?
He did play the game, most of his streams had a catch. He'd ask his viewers to do more than just like or subscribe. His main demand was to use his special Fortnite creator code when making in-game purchases. For context, a Fortnite creator code is a unique discount code provided to Fortnite content creators. If the code was used to purchase something in-game, the creator is given a 5% cut on each sale.
Oh, I didn't know how
Vorfi
much
told
it
his
was.
viewers that doing
Does that like scale, by the way? Like if you have like 9 more billion codes and you're like Tyler Blevins Ninja, do you probably get a better cut? I wonder how that works. I have no idea. I've never really been that big of a Fortnite gamer. I literally signed on to buy Hatsune Miku and then I left.
what he asked would up their odds of getting to play a game with him or join one of his special events. One of these events was called the Fortnite Fashion Show, which became Vorfi's most popular event on his channel. Many of his viewers went to great lengths to try and secure an invite to the fashion show. Vorfi knew this and used it to his advantage. He made it clear that if they don't do what he demands, they would be kicked out of the running for a fashion show invite. With many of his fans being young kids who idolized him, they did exactly what he asked.
Vorfi, I got you, bro. This looks like back in the day, you used to be able to reply to YouTube videos. So basically it would like kind of be on the bottom of the video and you could see people's like video responses. This is what it screams to me.
I told you I was using your code. Peach Bomber, Vorfi, right there.
But despite his loyal community, Vorfi wouldn't maintain his success for long. In 2020, Fortnite rolled out an in-game event called Doomsday. To clickbait more viewers, Vorfi would say that he had insider information about the event. Thousands of new faces tuned in trying to learn more about the event, but in reality, he knew nothing at all.
Yeah, you really cannot trust Fortnite text on top of YouTube stream. There is nothing good happening here. Also, why does YouTube take so long to take these down? Like, it's obviously just a scam. How do the robots not know?
He's just making things up to boost his numbers. Although this skyrocketed his popularity, it was about to backfire. His own personal doomsday was yet to come. As the actual doomsday event got closer, Fortnite put a countdown timer in the game's main lobby screen. This timer was ticking down the days, hours, and minutes until the big event. Everyone playing Fortnite could see this timer. You'd think Vorphy, being a live streamer, would have an accurate timer that matched. Since he was supposed to be playing live, well, his timer never moved. It wasn't
Oh no! There's another scam that's kind of like this on Twitch, but what people do is they put like a sub goal in the corner. Then it says like, oh, I'm at 999 out of 1,000 subs, and people will keep subscribing, but it's not a counter. It's just a text file.
sync with the real one everyone was watching. Redditors called this out immediately. They claimed that Vorphy was not actually live streaming. Instead, he seemed to be replaying the same 30-minute clip over and over. Most of his viewers were kids and they didn't seem to notice. The older members of the Fortnite community, however, were enraged at Vorphy for misusing his influence to make money off his young, unsuspecting viewers. This wasn't just a case of clickbait. This was a scam. Vorphy was promising his viewers an invite to games and events that didn't even exist. He was also giving insider leaks about new updates to the game that were all made up. His entire stream was a lie.
He has been saying Doomsday Heist has been coming out on Fortnite.
I have a question about children and not how they're made. Like, how are they stealing their parents' credit cards and buying Fortnite dollars? I was too scared. If my mom or my dad saw that I stole their credit card, I would have died. Like, they would have killed me.
Like, for 2 days, and it has 5 days until it happens. 19 hours and 15 minutes. He has been lying to us all, and you can just check right there.
His live streams weren't live at all. At this point, he had a following of 328,000 subscribers who fell victim to.
That is insane. 300,000 people? What?
His deception. Not to mention, he was making a ton of money off fan donations and his Fortnite creator code. And YouTube started to take notice. Finally, on November 25th, 2020, Vorphy was banned for violating YouTube's rules against spam, deceptive practices, and misleading content.
There's like a thing going around about this now, where a lot of people are losing their accounts for being spam accounts if they post a video a day. The robots on YouTube are going nuts.
We're just getting started, so this next case gets even more shady. It's Owen, taking clickbait too far. Controversy gets people talking, and this channel knew it. The more people argue in the comments, the more buzz a video gets. That ups the engagement, and YouTube shows it to even more people.
Now we've gotten to the professional rage baiters. Let's go.
The juicy clickbait title, and you're looking at a viral hit. But using controversy to boost views isn't new. Loads of YouTubers do it. But what happens when you take it too far and then do it over and over again? This is exactly what It's Owen did when he used the passing of a beloved YouTuber to boost his own fame. But first, let's dig into who It's Owen really is. It's Owen, aka Owen Clough, was a YouTuber that started out doing gaming-related content. During this era of his YouTube career, It's Owen had a few questionable growth strategies, but nothing too bad. He would do stuff like regularly self-promote his channel in the comments of other videos.
When does this ever work? When do you see somebody comment, hey, this video sucks. Come check out my video. Never.
He also had a series on his channel called Shoutout Sundays, where he had viewers make videos shouting out his channel, and in return, they might get a shout out back from him.
Might? Wait, he's farming shoutouts and then maybe somebody has a chance to get shouted out back? This is like follow follow for follow, but even worse.
Many people speculated that this all was just a way to get more subscribers without actually following through, and he faced backlash for this. But that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg in It's Owen's controversies. As Owen's channel grew, it seemed like he let fame get to his head. In 2017, It's Owen was under fire for partaking in live stream giveaways with known scam channels. In these live streams, viewers were promised a chance to win a brand new iPhone 7 if they subscribed.
The times have literally not changed at all. I sold my information to at least 10,000 people when I was a kid. I kept filling out free iPad, name, everything. Then eventually, I thought that I would get double chances if I put my dad in there too. Don't tell him I did that.
All the channels involved, including It's Owen, gained thousands of subscribers within a matter of days, but no winners were ever announced. The streams gained so much virality that even Keemstar from the Drama Alert YouTube channel tweeted about it, exposing them as complete scams. After this incident, It's Owen doubled down even more on his unethical ways. He started posting drama baiting videos, often at the expense of others. He would post clickbait videos.
No shot.
Ways. He started posting.
This will make you hate her. Because she has a pimple? You hate somebody if they have a pimple?
Drama baiting videos, often at the expense of others. He would post clickbait videos about popular YouTubers like Ninja and Tfue that were filled with lies to get more views. Of course, one could argue that this was the optimal strategy on YouTube these days. But where do you draw the line? Well, It's Owen was about to get a hard lesson on what happens when you step over it. On June 30th, 2022, Minecraft YouTuber Technoblade passed away after a year-long fight against cancer. A heartbreaking video called So Long Nerds was posted to his channel, which featured Technoblade's father reading a message that Technoblade left for his fans. The gaming community grieved this loss. While some showcased their support and love for the YouTuber, others were not so kind. They found ways to capitalize off of Technoblade's tragic passing, and It's Owen was at the forefront of it all. Shortly after news broke about Technoblade's passing, It's Owen posted a video on his channel called Mr. Beast Final Goodbye to Technoblade, and it went viral.
It was on trending? Oh my god!
In under 20 hours,
trending should have to be handpicked. Trending should not be robo-picked.
The video gained over 800,000 views and even made it onto the YouTube trending page. But not all publicity is good publicity. The video just showed a clip of Mr. Beast and Technoblade playing Minecraft with a fake tweet from Mr. Beast at the end of the video.
Oh my god!
Never tweeted that. Doesn't even matter, right? That's not the point. I mean, you shouldn't make it to begin with. But it's also fake. It's just fake. It's all fabricated.
People were disgusted that Owen would stoop so low to try to profit off of Technoblade's passing. Sure, It's Owen was known for pushing the boundaries of clickbait, but it went beyond that. Reddit and Twitter were blowing up with backlash against the video, and popular content creators started calling him out too.
Just awful garbage. I have more respect for stains in a gas station urinal than I do for Owen.
With all this controversy, it's not surprising that YouTube eventually caught wind of it, and they did what had to be done. His channel was promptly banned following the upload of this video. But even after losing his channel, It's Owen still didn't believe he was wrong. He even took to Twitter to ask YouTube why his channel was removed.
He's trying to plead with the robots.
Claiming that his channel was wrongfully terminated and that he didn't violate any community guidelines.
This doesn't even work anymore. I did this, and you know what they told me? They said, you know what, we'll get right back to you. I'm waiting.
Owen may be gone from YouTube, but it looks like old habits die hard. He's on Instagram now, still reportedly fishing for likes and views.
Send it. I'm giving $100 to 5 random people that like and comment. How many people do you think got $100? I'm gonna say 0.
With empty promises. But while It's Owen seems to have learned nothing, sticking to his old habits, Venus Angelic's story is different.
What? Dude, I remember Venus Angelic. I thought this was a dream.
And not in a good way. Once celebrated as the internet's favorite living doll, her life
Yeah.
has since taken a darker path.
You'll see. This story's actually crazy. I'm not even gonna spoil it for you.
Venus Angelic, the living doll. To reiterate, its Owen was clearly a scammer, but he's only one out of millions of cyber criminals, and you could be their next target. Because our lives revolve around the internet, it's important to keep our files safe. We all know someone who's gotten hacked or has had their hard drives fail and lose years of valuable files.
That's why you never, ever, ever click any PDFs in your email. That's why you never tell anybody on Discord that you would like to try their game. Do not interact with people you don't know.
And about a year ago, I researched the best way to back up my data. All sources pointed to Backblaze. So I've already been a longtime user of Backblaze, so I'm proud to say that this video is sponsored by Backblaze. With Backblaze, you get unlimited computer backups for any files on your computer, whether you're on Mac or PC. By unlimited, I literally mean there's no storage limit at all. The reason why Backblaze is so effective is because you set it and forget it. I'm a lazy person, and I don't even want to spend an hour a week backing up my stuff. But I haven't touched Backblaze in months. Why? Because every time I add a file to my computer, it backs it up automatically. And when you're ready to...
Guys, I know this is gonna sound so scary. I get scared of putting things online. I get scared. I don't want somebody going through my files and seeing that I have like 900 pictures of Rosalita.
To restore your files, you could download them right from the website or choose to have a hard drive with your data mailed to you. To try the full version of Backblaze for free for 15 days, no credit card needed, go to backblaze.com/visualventure or click my link in the description. After that, it's just $7 a month, but will save you a world of headaches. And that's invaluable. Imagine going your entire life without having any control over it. You couldn't decide what clothes to wear or how to style your hair. Someone else made those choices for you, and you had to pretend you loved it in front of thousands of people. Well, that was what every day was like for Venus Angelic.
Yeah, her mom is evil. Every villain is lemons.
The living doll. At just 15 years old, Venus Angelic became an internet sensation. With her doll-like looks and preppy persona, she quickly became a fan favorite on YouTube.
And look at that Bandicam. What was the other one? Oh, Hypercam.
YouTube for being a real-life doll. Venus had started her YouTube channel at just 12 years old with her mother, Margaret. Although the two were originally from Switzerland, they shared a love for Japanese culture. They would eat Japanese food, engage in Japanese traditions.
See, this is why I knew about her, because I was a weeb. Was, as I say, as a VTuber. But like she did a lot of like Lolita stuff. I used to cosplay all the time. People would talk about her in like the cosplay circle that I was in.
And partake in the latest Japanese fashion and beauty trends. Venus's channel featured content reflecting this Japanese Lolita lifestyle with videos like makeup tutorials and dancing to Japanese songs.
Her shoe attack!
On March 2nd, 2012, Venus posted the video How to Look Like a Doll, and it went instant.
Guys, I don't remember her having an only air conditioners. But I was a child, so maybe I didn't know.
Instantly viral. She shot to social media stardom just 3 years into her career. Overwhelmed by her daughter's sudden fame, Venus's mom, Margaret, pulled Venus out of public school and began homeschooling her for her safety. The two grew even closer, but for Venus, this wasn't a good thing. With Venus spending most of her time at home, she became closed off from the rest of the world. As her subscriber count kept climbing, her mother, Margaret, started becoming more involved with the channel. She not only began to respond to comments on Venus's YouTube channel, but
she just seems jealous, like that it's not her. Like she wants the attention.
but even launched her own YouTube channel where she would upload content featuring Venus. With Margaret's ever-growing presence on Venus's channel, fans began to wonder who was actually running the show. Was it Venus, the girl we see in front of the camera, or was it her mother, Margaret, orchestrating things from behind the scenes? Venus and her mother would go on to make several television appearances. The two did an
This kind of does have like the toddlers and tiaras vibe, but like she's older than a baby.
Interview at daybreak in London on April 4th, 2012, which exposed Venus's doll-like persona to a much wider audience. In the interview, people began to notice Venus displaying some strange behavior. She kept a blank expression on her face for the majority of the interview and seemed to be replying with rehearsed answers. When Venus wasn't speaking, she sat there rigidly with no emotion on her face.
Aww.
Viewers began to suspect that Margaret was using Venus for views and internet fame.
Yeah.
As the years went on, Venus maintained her doll-like childish persona. It seemed like she was aging, but not actually growing up. Fans became concerned with Venus's stunt immaturity, fearing something was going on off camera. And they were right. Venus's channel kept growing, and with a guest spot on TLC's My Strange Addiction.
I remember this. I was the biggest TLC watcher in the entire world. And I remember one day I was watching, what is it, John and Kate +8, and my mom came in, she goes, "Turn that shit off! I hate her!" I turned it off. And then another day I was watching Toddlers and Tiaras, and my mom came in, she goes, "Turn that shit off! I hate them all!" Then I never watched that again, too.
Things seemed to be going well for her. But then, in 2014, her life took an unexpected turn. Venus fell in love. She met Manaki, who was a longtime fan of hers, and the two instantly clicked. Manaki started making regular appearances on Venus's channel and social media, and fans were supportive of their relationship. Then suddenly, all signs of Manaki disappeared from Venus's online world.
She turned him to goop!
Fans were puzzled, but figured they just had a messy breakup. However, the true reason for his disappearance was more complicated than anyone could have guessed. In 2016, Venus shocked the internet when a video called "How I Ran Away From Home" was uploaded on her channel. In this video, Venus did a tell-all about her relationship with her mom and what happened to Manaki, the origins of the Venus Angelic channel. She revealed that she and Manaki had not broken up and that she had run away from home due to severing ties with her mother, Margaret.
Whoa.
Venus would go on to detail how Margaret had practically full control over her accounts, and that it was her mother's idea to create a YouTube channel in the first place.
Wow.
A couple of things that have bothered me since the past few years include, I didn't like that my mom posted on my social media in my name.
That is so weird.
Since Venus was young, Margaret would force her to act like a doll on camera to rake in views, likes, and subscribers. Venus had
horrible. This is like family channel like levels of deception. I feel so bad for her.
little to no say in what was posted. It was her mother pulling the strings behind the Venus Angelic brand. Venus also said that it was hard to say no to her mother because whenever she tried, her mother would use emotional tactics to make her comply.
Oh my god.
Say no, because if I say no or that is a bad idea, then she will get really depressed.
Venus ended the video by assuring her viewers that she changed all her passwords, making sure her mother could no longer access her accounts.
Good.
Now, for the first time, Venus...
Oh, I like her look here. Out of all of them, I think this one's really cute. sorry, that was like kind of a tangent, but I like the look. This is cute.
was the true owner of her social media presence. Margaret, Venus's mother, fired back with her own video titled "A Venus Angelic Marriage Story." In it,
dude, she's replying to her kid online. This is so weird. Yeah, like Daddy of 5 again. Oh my god, there's so many like crazy YouTube channels. Daddy of 5. Who is that other girl? She like just got caught with all of like her kids in the basement, and then the police came to her house, and then they arrested her after the kid got out, and then he reported to the neighbors that their mom was crazy. Yeah, and she made like one of the kids sleep on, I think like on the floor or like on a couch and have no bed for like a year. What would, yeah. What was her name? Oh my god. It's like Ruby or something. Yeah, that was crazy. And she had a huge family YouTube channel.
She dropped a bombshell. Venus and Manaki were actually married. The video was supposed to explain her side of things, but it quickly spiraled into something more as she explained her distaste for Manaki.
Dude, this is so weird. she just wants her daughter all to herself. I bet she just hates that he has like an influence on her that's positive, because then she loses control.
The situation escalated as the video went on, leaving viewers even more conflicted.
I came home from the party. I took a picture of the two being in bed together. I took the picture to send it to her husband.
It was revealed that Margaret had sent a picture of Venus with another man to Manaki. To Venus, this was an attempt to sabotage her marriage. Margaret justified it as repercussions for Venus's so-called cheating.
Dude, this is her mom! Is this not insane?
Real story is still unclear, but this ignited an online battle between mother and daughter, leaving the internet to pick sides in the unfolding drama. In an attempt to win against Venus, Margaret took extreme measures and copyright striked all of Venus's videos.
What? Can you imagine your mom copyright striking you? What the hell?
This eventually got her account terminated and her content removed from the website.
Dang! So she took away her income? That is evil!
Margaret continued to use her own personal social media and YouTube channel to try and taint her daughter's reputation during the ban. But Venus's loyal fans were quick to defend her. They even started petitions to try and help Venus get her channel reinstated. Venus has since gotten her channel back and returned to YouTube, but fans were still worried. Despite cutting off her mother, it didn't seem like Venus's life gotten any better. In her videos, it was clear that she had lost a significant amount of weight and didn't look like she was sleeping much. Additionally, her new content even disturbed some of her longtime fans. The woman who once seemed eternally youthful was now producing content that was overtly provocative.
I'm sorry.
Many fans
I forgot I got new face tracking.
couldn't help but wonder if the years of manipulation from her mother, along with the unending spotlight of the internet, had finally taken a toll on her well-being. Although Venus is finally free from her mother's grasp, her future remains unclear. It's a transition from a life with zero control to complete freedom. How does one go from having every decision made for them to having to do it all by yourself? Only time will tell. But Venus isn't the only person that's been taken advantage of for YouTube fame. As we dive into the next chapter, you'll see how far some people go to mistreat their loved ones, all for clicks and views. I'm JStation, the Ghost Hunter.
Oh! This is the guy that faked that his girlfriend died. That is crazy.
How far are you willing to go to get what you want? Telling a white lie or two? Breaking a few morals? How about pretending your girlfriend has passed and claiming you're talking to her spirit beyond the grave?
He literally tried to write his own ghost adventures.
As absolutely insane as that sounds, that's exactly the stunt that YouTuber I'm JStation pulled. Known for his controversial supernatural videos, I'm JStation, aka Jason Ether, was a popular YouTuber with almost 6.3 million subscribers. At his peak, his channel was averaging over 30 million views per month.
Holy money farm! See, this is what I wonder. Why would you ruin this? Why would you do something so dumb and ruin the income that you're getting?
What was his secret behind his viral fame? It was his knack for creating supernatural content. One of the main reasons behind I'm JStation's success was a viral series on his channel called the 3 a.m. Challenge.
Wait! Was he the one that made the 3 a.m. challenge? We're like, oh, don't order the Among Us meal at 3 a.m. at McDonald's.
In these videos, he would use the passing of celebrities like Mac Miller and XXXTentacion for content, clickbaiting viewers into believing that he was talking to them through a Ouija board.
You guys realize that there's more dumb people in the world than you think? Who would believe this? Am I the world's biggest skeptic?
Of course, this already raised a few red flags for many viewers. Trying to profit off someone's passing is hugely frowned upon, like you've already seen with It's Owen. But these didn't even come close to being one of his worst videos. When popular content creator Etika passed away, I'm JStation once again took advantage of the devastating situation to create yet another 3 a.m. challenge. Etika was adored by many in the YouTube community, making Jason's decision to monetize his passing even worse. It not only struck a nerve, but also crossed lines that many in the YouTube community found inexcusable.
Who the finds this entertaining?
Yeah.
Please tell me. Who finds this entertaining? Because this isn't even funny. This isn't entertaining. I'm not laughing. I'm not even smiling, bro.
I'm sorry, die for you. Just like, okay, maybe this money, that is I.
This isn't even funny. YouTube,
I
you
know,
really need to
I
look into your YouTube channel.
Once he realized how intense the backlash was, JStation tried to make some sort of amends. He changed the title of his video
That redheaded anime woman is not me.
to "I'm sorry for what I did, RIP Etika." But the video remained up on his channel. In a move that would ultimately be the tipping point for both his personal and online life, Jason proceeded to up the ante on controversy.
Why? There has to be an end to this, man. Why do you just do these shenanigans?
This time, it would be the nail in the coffin for both his channel and his relationship. In January of 2020, JStation posted a video called "My Girlfriend Alexia Died. Rest in Paradise."
If I die and I immediately got used for views, my ghost.
Fans were shocked at the news, but considering the nature of his channel, many remained skeptical about the validity of his claims. In the video, he said Alexia passed away.
That was the worst fake crying I have ever seen in my life.
From a tragic car accident due to a drunk driver. Despite this soul-crushing situation, Jason wasted no time in shouting out another channel of his called Dream Team. He said that it was Alexia's dream to reach.
Why does he have that sarcophagus? Is this a part of the 3 a.m. challenge? Do not summon King Tut at 3 a.m.?
1 million subscribers on that channel, and he encouraged all the viewers to subscribe for her sake.
It was her dream to get 1 million subscribers, so
No shot. What?
out of respect for her, because I know that's what she would want, I'm gonna post those videos there.
He claimed that he and his girlfriend recorded content for
It was her dream. It was her dream for me to get 1 Prime sub right now. And 1 comment in the YouTube comment section saying, "Barry, you're doing a good job today." Please, it was her dream.
that channel, and that after speaking with her parents, they all agreed that he should post the videos there.
After talking with her parents, we both agreed that I should post the remainder videos that we filmed for that channel on that channel.
And just in case people didn't believe him, Jason posted another video where he visited her memorial. This video, contrary to what he thought it would do, only made viewers more suspicious of him. You see, Jason's story wasn't adding up, and he was getting caught in his own web of lies.
This is crazy. Why would you extend the story this long?
In his previous video, he stated that Alexia had passed away due to a drunk driver. In this one, he says that she must have crashed.
No shot. Did he use her LinkedIn picture?
Into a sign. And that, combined with his less than convincing acting skills, made fans almost certain that he was faking the whole story.
He can't even cry! Don't they sell, like, cry bottles? Can't you,
What's poppin', guys? Back with another 3 a.m. challenge. As you guys know, my girlfriend Alexia just passed away in a tragic accident, guys.
Nothing says grieving like a clickbait video, right? JStation made a 3 a.m. challenge where he claimed to be talking to...
Okay, I'm not a Luigi or Mario board user, but don't they move your hands like the ghost? Why are they moving so fast?
His so-called dead girlfriend. If his enthusiastic intro about his girlfriend wasn't enough to prove he was lying, maybe this will.
Let's smash the like button right now, guys.
1 like is 1 prayer? This is Facebook levels of scam!
1 like equals 1 prayer for Alexia, guys. Rest in peace.
With all these videos piling up, it was getting harder to believe that there was any truth to JStation's story. Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers looked into the situation.
No, I don't have anything by that name on the system.
So, in Toronto, nobody by that name specifically has suffered any form of death, right?
No.
Mudahar was able to confirm that there was in fact no record of this incident in Toronto with Alexia's full name. The case was closed. JStation was a liar. Alexia is alive. When his hoax was exposed, YouTube quickly demonetized Jason's channel. But people didn't think that that was punishment enough, with content creators like Keemstar and the Nathan NS calling for his entire channel to be completely banned. Not only was his channel failing, but so was his relationship. Alexia turned to YouTube to tell her side of the story, confirming that she was alive and also exposing the truth about the relationship.
She's revived! It's a miracle!
Multiple DM and video leaks came to light to showcase how badly Jason treated her while
You want to be a nun? No, you don't. Good luck dancing at a nun place, or good luck studying for interior design. Doing that, dance and interior design, both are BS. Which way do you go? You're not reaching nothing but your mediocrity, the way you play your life. You can drop everything and go do YouTube, or you can live your life in your mom's house all your life, but you got till Monday. Gonna edit. What is wrong with this guy? What is he yapping about?
they were together. JStation also confessed to his lies, trying to justify them as just part of a YouTube strategy. I thought of the idea of faking Alexia's death and then doing a thing on YouTube, thanking everyone and explaining to everyone it was just to gain attraction.
How would that happen? How would people see that he lied and be like, oh, you got me. Oh, you got me good. That was pretty funny.
As expected, after so much controversy, no one sided with him. Shortly after, in February of 2020, Jason was arrested due to allegations that happened within his relationship. The JStation channel and all the other channels were terminated a year later on March 12, 2021. While Jason may have used one person suffering for his own benefit, there are channels who have done worse. A channel that's taken advantage of not one, but 50 young people. 7 Supergirls, the reality of child stars. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you grew up famous? A life where you're adored by millions. It's something many kids today have daydreamed about.
Dude, that is crazy. Like, times have changed in this way a lot. Like, back in the day, what did I want to do? I wanted to be a game designer, or I wanted to be like a programmer. And now, probably every kid wants to be a YouTuber. I bet if you ask someone what they want to do and they're under the age of like 12, they want to be a YouTuber.
But as we often learn, appearances can be deceiving, especially when it comes to child stars. And 7 Supergirls is a prime example of how you really never know what's happening behind the scenes.
I wanted to be unemployed. Me too.
Back in 2008, there was a collaboration channel called 7 Awesome Kids that started gaining traction on YouTube. The channel featured videos made by young girls showing off their everyday routines, acting in skits, and making weekly themed videos. It was a fresh concept on YouTube at the time, and the channel quickly blew up. To capitalize off this momentum, 7 Awesome Kids began launching spin-off channels.
I'm scared. I get scared when kids are online. I know that this is like old people, like Granny Crepe saying this, but like, there are a lot of weirdos on the internet. There are a lot of weird people who are watching these kids channels for the wrong reasons.
Each new channel targeted a specific age group of viewers and had its own dedicated team of girls producing videos. The youngest content creators were just 9 years old, and as soon as they turned 18, they had to resign. 7 Awesome Kids evolved from a single YouTube channel into a full-fledged brand with 7 different channels under its umbrella, amassing a combined total of over 16 million subscribers.
Damn! 16 million? Dude, this isn't even just about like creepy people online, because yeah, there's a lot of creepy people, but also I can't imagine what being online at a young age would do to your self-esteem. Like, I can't even read TikTok comments and I'm 28. I cannot imagine what seeing like millions of people yapping about the way that I look or the way that I talk and I'm like 14 years old. That would do so much mental damage.
These channels were a force to be reckoned with. One of these channels was 7 Supergirls, which targeted the tweens demographic, which is from ages 8 to 12. 7 Supergirls soared in popularity by serving up content that young girls could easily relate to. The channel not only amassed over 9 million subscribers, but also became a magnet for fan admiration. Many of their young audience idolized the girls featured on the channel, making it one of the crown jewels in the 7 Awesome Kids empire. While all the youthful faces on screen led viewers to think that it was all just lighthearted fun, the reality was far different. Behind the scenes, an organized team of adults carried out a strict system to hold everything together.
Dude, they have jobs as children. Instead of child factory factory workers. Now it's child YouTubers who work for their parents.
Emily Jade, who was a former 7 Supergirls member, gave a breakdown of the entire process. The girls would have to audition for a spot on one of the channels. If they passed, they were required to prepare 1 video per week that would be posted on their designated upload day. The parents would help the girls film the videos, which were then sent to the manager for approval before upload. The 7 channels were ranked from least popular to most popular, with 7 Supergirls being at the top. The girls had to work their way up and grow their fan bases in hopes of having a shot at being on 7 Supergirls. As the girls moved
God, they literally are like idols.
to higher ranking channels, they became subject to stricter rules. Emily had started at the bottom in 2014 on the lowest ranking channel, 7 Twinkling Tweens, which had practically 0 rules. Getting moved to another channel in the 7 Awesome Kids network felt
It's a pyramid scheme for children? Oh, hell no.
like getting a promotion. Although you had more perks, like a bigger fan base, you also had way more responsibilities. After being bumped to 7 Cool Tweens, Emily found that she had to follow a stricter content creation process.
So I got on 7 Cool Tweens, and I think there was a few rules there. I remember you had to wear summer outfits in all of your videos, even like when it was middle of winter.
The management dictated how the girls would dress, where they would film, and how they would film. The rules were precise. Skirts had to meet a certain length requirement, some scenes require full body shots, and detailed guidelines had to be followed while filming, or there would be serious consequences.
Ew. I just threw up in my mouth. That is disgusting.
And like, if you did a shot like this, for example, in like for an outro and intro, you would literally be in so much trouble. Your video would not be sponsored, and you'd get threatened to be moved down rankings on the channel.
By the time she got to the coveted 7 Supergirls, the experience lost its excitement.
Yeah, because now it's just a grind set. Like, you're just trying to like keep leveling up. It's not even for fun. It was never for fun. You probably got your mom and your dad yelling at you to do better.
Management team took their rules extremely seriously, especially with their most popular channel. Even though some of the girls were reaching their late teens, they were still told to act and appear childish.
That was wild. That was definitely for a reason.
Girls shared stories about how they weren't allowed to wear makeup, had to dress a certain way, or even act according to what they were told. On top of that, the manager even dictated the girls' friendships. Kaylin, a popular member of Super 7 Girls, revealed that the manager assigned each of the girls a best friend. These pairings were strictly enforced. The girls weren't allowed to be seen alone with any other member who wasn't their officially designated best friend.
And I am not being dramatic. He literally told us that if we were seen alone with any of the other girls on the channel, it would ruin everything. We would lose all of our opportunities.
The manager even prohibited the girls from interacting with their real-life friends for fear of viewers seeing them with anyone that wasn't their assigned best friend.
He said we could not be seen with anybody in real life, because what if the viewers thought that that person was our best friend instead of the person he assigned us with?
For a group of young girls, this was an extremely harsh set of rules to have to follow, but the control didn't stop there. The manager went to great lengths to ensure that no rules were broken. In every 7 Supergirls story time and expose, one man was always mentioned: the head of operation, Ian Riley. According to the girls, whenever Ian was unhappy with any of the girls, he would pick up the phone and call their parents. And it wasn't just a casual conversation, it was full-blown yelling. Kaylin recounted an unsettling situation in her video where Ian, the manager, became furious over a simple act. She posted a photo of herself with her swim team friends on her personal Instagram. Ian lashed out in response, calling Kaylin's mother and yelling at her over the phone.
I remember one day I posted a photo on my Instagram of me and my friends from swim team, which is a very normal thing for a high school girl to post on her Instagram, and I got a phone call not even an hour later of this man screaming at my mom and I, saying, "You can't post things like that because what if they think..."
How can he yell at them? Like, can't they just go out on their own and have like their own channels? Wouldn't he want to be nice to them because they're the reason that he's making money?
That's your best friend.
This wasn't the only tactic Ian used to get the girls to follow him. Whenever he was upset, he would threaten the girls with punishments like removing them from sponsored opportunities or demoting them to lower ranking channels. But not only were the channels ranked, but the girls within them were ranked too.
Every week or something, they would have...
They got the Abby Lee Miller pyramid up in here? Why is he taking advice from her?
A list of rankings from literally every single person on every Sax channel. I mean, there's like 1 to like 100 or something. It would like rank you based on like how well your videos are doing view-wise.
To top it all off, Brianna Mott, a former member of both 7 Perfect Angels and 7 Supergirls, revealed that during a trip to Anaheim, California, the girls were given sponsored bikinis to wear.
Okay. My question is, where are the parents? Why are the parents letting this happen?
However, before they could even step out to the planned events, they were required to send approval photos of themselves in the bikinis to the management team.
Ew.
Getting manager approval was a standard practice in all of the 7 Awesome Kids channels. But this time, the reason behind the photos will shock you.
And I recently found out that there actually weren't any sponsors, clothing sponsors in that matter.
911! Cops! Immediately! There is no way!
The entire time that I was on, at least, but for the past 3 years as well. And he would have everybody hit send approval photos to him. They had to be high quality. Then send them into him, and he would send them into the sponsors. It turns out those were just for his personal gain.
Ian was not only a stern manager, he was a creep. On August 17th, 2018,
He goes to jail! Yes! Mugshot!
in a jolting turn of events, Ian Rylett was arrested for the mistreatment of one of the girls involved in the channel.
Dude! He lives in Florida. Florida just keeps taking L's, man!
YouTube immediately demonetized all of the 7 Awesome Kids channels in response. The saga finally came to an end less than a year later on March 12, 2019, when YouTube took the drastic step of terminating all the 7 Awesome Kids channels. The arrest and shutdown of the channels marked a grim but necessary conclusion in this world of young YouTube stars.
Dude, and this goes way, way farther than just terminating a YouTube channel. Like, their lives, man. They were kids. This is gonna be with them for the rest of their life.
While the stories of Venus, I'm JStation, and 7 Supergirls are cautionary tales, they're far from isolated incidents. Situations like these happen every single day. In our digital world, where every click matters, protecting ourselves and those we care about isn't optional. It's a responsibility. So stay vigilant, friends. Visual Venture.
That was a crazy video. We went through everything. Well, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and like the video. It helps me out. And if you don't subscribe and it's 3 a.m., you might go to the chalk zone. Thank you so much. Remember, use code Berry and check out for 10% off. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.